Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the... No one noticed. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Plastered Dragon, your internet tavern full of dragons, games, and people. Yeah, I know. It wasn't... Yeah.
How about a little pomp and circumstance?
You want
No, we're
pomp, you want
sad.
circumstance? Okay.
Games and people.
What else? Oh, and liquor. I forgot the liquor. It's not much of a tavern without liquor.
Would you like me to do an introduction for the Classic Dragon?
Trevor, would you do an introduction for the Plastered Dragon,
Oh
please?
my gosh, 20 minutes later. I love this.
You are traveling alone on a dark road. The wind howls and the air bites at your face. You slow down in the dark forest. You see a clearing and lights flash before your eyes. You see a door opens before you and creaks open. As you walk through, you smell the warm, fresh air. The bread is cooking. The lamb is roasting over the open fire.
Please stop.
And a man tends bar. He's mildly handsome, with a bald head. And he says, "How do you want to do this? Welcome to the Plastered Dragon."
I'm mild but handsome. You heard it
Mildly
here
handsome.
first.
Yes.
Oh, mildly handsome. I thought it was mild but
I'm
handsome.
transposing that and making that the start of all of the one-shots.
Thank you.
You're walking in the woods.
I thought that's where it was going first. I thought it was going to be like a Shia LaBeouf thing, but that was... Anyway,
I'm so happy. All right.
Welcome to the end of a journey that began quite some time ago. For those of you who don't know, for many of these people, this was their first D&D campaign.
Yeah.
And we decided...
Not him.
We started an improv group together, and someone said, "Hey, I've never played D&D," and someone else said, "I've never played D&D," and I said, "Okay, I will DM a campaign for the improv group." And we were like, "When do we want to make characters?" Super Bowl Sunday. Why? Why Super Bowl Sunday? So that when someone says, "What did you do for the Super Bowl?" I played D&D.
It's the most counter-culture thing we can think of.
Achievement unlocked. And so during the Super Bowl, when the Patriots played the Falcons, which probably means nothing to any of our viewers, but that's okay.
If you say so.
Exactly. While that game was going on in the background, we were rolling dice and looking up attributes and creating the people and the backstories that would populate this world. And that was the beginning of Chosen Family. And so now, as Chosen Family winds down to its final episode, over a year and a half later, I wanted to just give a brief nod to that journey that started 18 months ago. And in that time, we have played D&D in a wide variety of places, ranging from people's houses to Disney to a hospital. And Billy has been trying to outdo himself with each new place. And I understand he has a couple of more up his sleeve for going forward. But this will be the end of the Chosen Family campaign. There's going to be an interlude. And then after that interlude, we will be starting the new In Real Life campaign, tentatively titled Eberron a Monday, which, as you can probably guess, takes place in the campaign setting of Eberron.
Oh, I thought it was all happening on a Monday.
Yes, every single episode will be a Monday. Even though there's no Mondays in the D&D world, it will all be Mondays, John.
All of the Chosen Family are on a Monday.
Are they?
They are.
Are they? So, before we get down to our story, let's do some announcements. Tomorrow night, Something Wicked This Way Comes, where we will, of course, pick up with our heroes and find out which way they decide to go in trying to close the rifts that have opened between their world and several other worlds.
We're actually headed towards the Plastered Dragon, so if you tune in tomorrow, you'll be able to see us head towards the Plastered Dragon and talk to Sam about getting the amulet. So that's where we left off on last adventure.
That will be interesting. That's right. You were headed to the Plastered Dragon, and we ended off with Nick not going to the Plastered Dragon, but instead reading his mother's journal full of information about necromancy and other dark rites.
Zombies for dummies.
Zombies for dummies, and Nick clearly is a dummy because he brought a zombie to his friends and was like, "Look what I made." So more antics like that, and then on Friday we have our Web of Lies, and then Saturday a very, very special Drunken Dread because it is the first time that neither Billy nor I are DMing one of our story game shows. So,
Or mine.
or Maya, yes, sorry. I And
Here.
yes, yeah. Regular player Eric, who you may have seen last week as Leroy Jenkins, is going to be in the DM chair as we play a superhero-themed Dread where all of the heroes are second-tier heroes with drawbacks to their powers. I believe that John's, we said, was that John has super strength and invulnerability, but only when he is drunk. And so Eric
The character will also have that power.
Yes, the character will also have that power.
Wait, I have super strength when I'm drunk?
Yes, John.
Don't tell him.
Billy, you want to say a few words about what's going to be going on the next few weeks on Monday nights?
Hi guys. This is the end of Chosen Family, and we will miss it. So next Monday, I think we are going dark that night. We're going to take just a little bit of a breather, but we reserve the right to do to jump on the cams and possibly do a session 0 for a couple of people. Because what we're planning on doing is we're doing a series of one-shots. I am talking to some players about creating some characters, and then we are going to have sort of a revolving DM. So you can grow to know a certain cast of characters and love them and have them be endeared to your heart. And then I am scheduling different DMs to come in and tell a different story each and every week. I've got some people that I don't want to announce just yet, but it's some people that have been on the channel, some people that have not been on the channel yet. But I think it's going to be interesting for us as players, and hopefully just as interesting for you as audience. I had to start it off right. So the first 2 sessions are going to be introducing some of these characters, and the DM that I got is just one of the most talented people that I've ever met. He's incredibly handsome, well endowed. Just the comedic stylings are just out of this world. So I'm going to be DMing these first 2 sessions to set it up. It'll be my first time DMing for the camera, other than Drunken Dread.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah. So we encourage you all to tune in for that. It's going to be a fun time, and you'll get a chance to see different DMs and maybe pick up some different styles and different ways to tell a story. So, and I think you're going to enjoy the characters that are already starting to trickle in from players. So, and then after that, I think Eberron on a Monday is kicking off like the first of the new year. We're going to start the new year off right. January 5th, I believe. It's that first Monday there. So January 5th will be Eberron on a Monday. And
Eberron on a Monday.
Eberron on a Monday.
Not on a Monday.
Eberron on a Monday.
Eberron on a month.
Let's move on.
So yeah, that's what you have to look forward to. Lots of this. Dice. And Trevor's introduction every Monday.
Yes. In fact, we may just film that, and we're gonna get we have a green screen. We'll have like a little fire behind him. He'll have to have a smoking jacket, a little snifter of brandy, and a pipe.
I'm in the fire.
Oh, good.
He's on fire.
Oh, hello.
Going down.
The entire introduction will be filmed with me screaming in a fire.
This is good. This is great. Okay, so with the announcements out of the way, and still faster than usual, somehow, I don't know how, but we're still not even 10 minutes in. Let's get down to our story. When we last left our heroes, there had been an epic battle versus Dova Savik, the dragon savior, who turned out to not be so much of a savior at all as a pincushion, punching bag, and Z had managed to rescribe the name on the skull, and with a blood sacrifice of appropriate type, was going to be able to open the way for Ayun to step into this world. And as the battle neared its conclusion, Z got some special insight from Ayun in how to finish off Dovasavik and managed to impale him to the altar of Tiamat, where his blood spilled upon it and the skull began to glow. Ayun asked his permission to enter the world, and before he could decide, he turned to seek the counsel of one of his colleagues and was somehow convinced not to let Ayun into the world. The problem for Z was that this was a violation of their deal. He was given certain things, certain powers, certain abilities in exchange for this, and told that his soul belonged to her, and so when the moment arose, he had better choose right. He decided not to let her in, and so she claimed his soul on the spot, and Z dropped to the ground dead. Nosarag appealed to Bahamut to bring Z back. However, Z's soul was not in a place where Bahamut could reach it, and so negotiations had to be made behind the scenes, and Bahamut informed Nosarag that the only way to get Z's soul back was with a trade. And Nosarag was willing to make this exchange, and he gave his soul in place of Z's. And his soul was given over not to Bahamut, but to Ayun. So even though he strove these many months to fulfill Bahamut's will, to act as Bahamut's champion and save the world, he would never get to live in Bahamut's realm. And as Z breathed back to life and Nosarag dropped to the ground dead, Griff was also granted a boon. He used the gift that Z gave him to become a green dragon, and Amrani made the change permanent. And as Z struggled back to consciousness, the rest of the friends, looking on at Nosarag's dead body and Griff's draconic form retreating into the sunset, they began to pick up the pieces. And that is where we pick up tonight's episode. Griff is retreating into the distance. Z is trying to sit up. But see, something's wrong. You're sure you know you're conscious because you can feel things and you hurt all over. And you hear your friends around you, but you don't see them.
Guys,
Do we hear that?
Yeah?
Z?
what happened?
Um,
Did we do it?
Yeah. Yeah, we did it.
Why are we in the dark?
You look over, his eyes are all white.
Well, that was... I mean, that's not cool.
Or not.
Let's maybe head down. I might need a little bit of help.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah, and we just start like heading in. I'm sure. Am I still getting reports from people on the field, or did that all drop?
That all
away?
dropped.
Yeah,
you died.
Yeah.
You died, so you lost connection.
Then we start heading outside and assessing the battlefield, seeing if there's anything else that.
Now,
needs to
don't
be-
forget, you were dead when Nosarag sacrificed himself for you, so you don't know he's gone.
Oh God.
Shit. Now we have to break the news to you, and it's gonna suck.
Well, you don't have to.
Oh yeah, Nosarag's around. He just doesn't feel like talking.
That's fair.
No, that's not. I didn't say that.
I would imagine.
You're really good at doing that, huh?
I would imagine that it would be that I would understand that sacrifice.
Like, there's a reason you came back,
Yeah.
and it had to be for something
Big.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go check on Roscoe. Like, I know all I know is communication cut off, and like there was that loud explosion. But we can all at least head outside and check on him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Roscoe, did you look up who your deity was for me, please?
Oh yeah,
It was
the god.
sea god.
No, it was the god of thievery.
Do you need a
Mask.
Mask. It was Mask.
Mask.
Yeah. Cool.
You guys head down out of the tower. Someone helping Z.
I know it's not going to work, but I'm going to try casting lesser restoration on him because I have it prepared.
Yep. So you go over, you put your hand on his forehead, the energy seeps out. But while you're weaving that magic and you feel the energy working within him, you sense that there's something stronger that took his sight. It feels almost like not a curse, but it feels more epic, more powerful than any magic that you are able to pour into him at this moment in time.
It's a shame on Ronnie took off.
But thank you, Kath. That was really sweet.
You're welcome. I wish it had worked.
It's okay. That's okay. I did not expect to get up from all of that. So a lot of people lost their lives.
Am I sensing it's just a stronger spell?
There is
Or
a strong smell, yes.
Is it just like a stronger
lot
spell,
of dead
or
bodies
is it,
around.
or is it just this is like something of the gods that we can't do anything about?
It's definitely feels like something of the gods. You don't know whether or not you can do anything about it, but you definitely know to do anything about it would not be easy.
Okay.
As we go outside, are people talking? Like are people describe? Are we hearing the sounds of battle or?
No. You as you go out there, the sounds of battle seem to be dying away. The enemy, well and truly routed. A lot of cheering.
Callie, I guess battle report.
The people who needed to be dead are dead. Did you need to know anything else?
No thanks.
or fleeing.
Some of them are fleeing.
We're handling.
They'll be dead soon.
So what happened?
But definitely all of the slot are dead. None of them got away.
Oh no.
So
I
what
personally
do you
killed
know?
most of them.
Do you know what happened with Roscoe?
You did see the
Oh,
airship.
that's right. You guys don't know. Oh crap. He died the way that Roscoe would have wanted to go.
he started having
honorably
sex
and a
on the
little bit
battlefield.
He might have been doing that as the ship was falling. I cannot confirm nor deny.
He rode the airship into another airship and then the enemy general.
And when we tell the story, he will have been having sex at the time.
3 beautiful women on the deck of that ship.
Every time we tell it, the number of women goes up.
14 beautiful.
There was at least 500 women on the ship.
Z, it may be best if you explain to Rosie how her airship was
Oh shit!
Ah, damn.
destroyed.
Oh, mama, no. Yes, I will.
I mean, I don't think she'll take it well from anyone, but possibly, given your current circumstance and condition, perhaps you can
Yeah, I
play,
feel like you're not going to hit a blind guy.
play for a bit of sympathy, perhaps.
Yes, I can take care of that.
All right. Well, let's.
Hey, you want to address the troops? High 18.
22 actually.
High
and
22.
thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
You want to address the troops?
What troops are? How many people are left? Even?
Well, there's Dino Riders, and there's some orcs, and there's some
You have sun elves.
Sun Elves, and there's the Crying Widows of 10 Assassins. There's
that will get paid.
So as
Eventually.
you guys are gathering.
It'll take a while.
You guys are gathering together the remains of your forces, which is still a pretty significant army, or armies.
Yeah.
And you see some movement off on the horizon. Something or someone looks to be flying in.
Does it look like a dragon that we just saw leaving?
No, it does not.
Does it sound like a demon?
No, it doesn't sound like a demon.
All right, guys, look over there.
Oh, very funny, pal.
Sorry, there's something over there.
You think you hear singing?
The fuck?
Sometimes
No.
things happen.
Why?
Of course, you showed up after the battle was over.
Sometimes
You're late, asshole.
happen. Sometimes
And as the singing gets louder, you begin to
Things
recognize a voice you haven't heard in
happen.
months.
that's what makes them think.
And Beljinx comes to light gently on the ground in the center of everything. Much of the army had ranged weapons trained on him as he flew in.
He's a dragon.
As they all
This guy looks like Dova Savi.
looked to their leaders for orders,
Hold your fire
And-
for now, but keep your weapons pointed at him.
with Reardon saying, "What are you? Why?" Which did not cause them to lower their weapons.
Reardon, my friend. I know it has been a long time, but I have changed.
Oh, for shit's sake.
Shall I play you a song?
Yes, please.
You see, Reardon,
No, turn it off.
I have become enlightened.
Turn it off. Copyright.
'Tis not copyright, this is my song.
Gonna go ahead and take that away from you. Go on.
Well, I had this whole speech planned, and then you ruined my song.
I'm sorry.
There's something about, wisdom and how I've changed and become enlightened, but
I apologize, but I don't want us to get sued.
fair enough.
Do you want to keep going with this
Yes.
speech?
Sometimes
Hey troops, can you just hum for him? Like hum a victorious. There you go.
Thank you. You see, there are times such as these when we must take up arms against brother and brother.
Wait, hold
Other
on. Troops, stop. The war is over.
There are some times when we must stop taking up arms against brother.
Dumbass.
What? That was rude. What is wrong with you?
Friend Beljinx, your timing is impeccable.
Beljinx arrives precisely when he means to.
Yes, I suspect that is true. At almost the exact moment that all of the fighting has ceased.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Z under guidance will just run up and hug him.
Oh,
Hi,
buddy.
buddy.
That's right, the two of you began this journey together.
That's right.
On the banks of the Sea of Fallen
It
Stars.
makes sense we would end it together.
As Beljinx was unceremoniously thrown from a rowboat full of pirates.
Here's the thing, guys. When you become enlightened like me, you sometimes know not to fight.
To let your friends fight.
Do you
for
still have the talon?
You have made your choice, and I have made mine.
I'm curious. Like, obviously I can't hold it, but like,
Yeah.
I try giving you back Flying Doom.
Do you take it?
Chaudre and Chaudre's dog.
Padre's dog!
Showed up to the battle.
The
Well,
winds.
Chaudre's dad couldn't come and fight without the dog.
The winds tell me I should not.
Okay.
And so he takes the talon and puts it back in the bag of holding. You guys can just cross through.
Yeah, you're good at this
You're
point.
good.
We've all acknowledged you, so
Just
it's,
go.
there's no point.
Just be careful not
Careful
to...
with the camera, careful with the camera.
Yeah,
There we go, we're good. Awesome. Yay! We got friends!
Yay!
Feel free to show.
Alright, so,
I'm still dead, right?
yes,
You are still
you
dead.
are
Yeah.
still dead.
Didn't miss anything.
Beljinx is back.
Doesn't matter, I'm dead.
Didn't miss anything. Beljinx is back. Didn't miss anything important.
So Beljinx was continuing his speech,
Yes. Sorry. My
explaining
apologies.
why he showed up just after the fighting ended.
See, sometimes you know not to fight because pacifism is the correct way. You see, when you become enlightened such as I and spend many, many moons on a mountain looking at a star, you discover that you should never fight. You should only meditate and hope for good things. And look, good things have happened. It worked.
Nos is dead.
No, we worked.
Wait, what?
Nos is dead.
Wait, guys, what?
I'm blind. Nos
He's
is dead,
blind.
I'm
Nos is dead. I've been dead. We've all been like Roscoe's gone too.
Really
like
He died.
We're
but
kind
came
of.
back. But
We really could have used you a couple of times.
It's great.
It's best not to fight for nothing.
I can. I brought a sitar.
Look, we're kind of.
Guys, can I hang out with you again?
Yes, you can hang out. Yes, you can hang out with us, Beljinx.
Can I hang out?
That mountain was boring.
I'm
so boring.
just. I'm really lonely.
Yes, Bubba, you can hang out with us.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Hi, I'm Kat.
This
I
is
don't
Kat.
believe that.
Oh, hi, I'm Beljinx.
She's my sister, actually.
Oh,
Half-sister.
hi.
Hi.
I'm Beljinx.
No.
She likes cookies.
I do like cookie. You want a cookie?
No! What?
It's Bayberry. It's really good.
I will tell your mother.
I ate the cookie.
You gave him a favorite. What the hell?
I have to mark that off my list.
What?
I have
That's a good cookie.
They're really good, aren't they?
You're my friend.
I hate both of you. Hey, look, I'm back. Back to hating everything.
So, is he back?
Is he back?
Are you? You're still here.
Oh yeah, shit.
The battle's over and you're still here.
I guess I am.
That's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's good. There's no caveats there. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Okay. So I imagine like we would after like we check in with everybody, we do our best to help the wounded and.
Yeah, I mean, we got healing. I've got healing spells. You've got
Is
healing
the
spells.
house done?
Yeah, we were told
meet
that the
back
house was
up at
done.
the manor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the manor is rebuilt.
We
We do that.
I think
So-
we kick off like a huge party at the manor, right? Like
Well,
we.
I feel like
So, are you going to try and bring all of these forces back to the manor and
Or
go
no,
across the continent?
We have
gonna
a
be
big party here.
real tough.
We have a big party here, and
Now,
just
what are you going to do about the bodies of the body of Nasarag and the
Hi.
let's
My body's
call
right
it the
there.
scattered remains.
is he
of
there?
Roscoe.
Because last time we saw, like, there was a big flash of light, dragon wings, and he was gone. Is his body here?
His body is there. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Give me like a rag or something. How are you?
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna
Kill myself the last session.
I'm gonna get the talon.
Nosarag sound?
Well, actually, like, let's just say that we had gotten his talon, and we'll get your talon as well. And
From the
I get
charge.
something, the thing from him that I already told you about. All right, and let's see. Is there anything special that he? I'll grab one of his glasses.
I'm sure everything of my possession
Is
burned
obliterated.
to
except for
ash.
the talon.
Except for the talent, which can never be destroyed, I'd imagine.
Yeah. So all right. So we'll grab those.
So
And,
you sift through the wreckage and you find his talon.
yeah.
We go. Everything just spills away, and then we grab the talon.
And as you pick up who picks up the talon? I mean,
No, I'm picking it up,
Right,
but-
it's wrapped up in something. I mean,
Yeah.
As you pick up the talon, a shimmery form appears in front of it. Looks like the ghost of Roscoe.
What the what?
Tell me you're not haunting the sword.
Oh, I feel strange. I'm not sure what. Hello.
Would you stop?
Hi.
Apparently, you're super dead.
Well, yeah, I crashed my ship into that whole mess of things. It was really fucking awesome. You should have seen it. It was
described to us. It sounds like the most epic thing ever.
So
I was nursing a pretty big chub.
okay. Don't engage. Nas is dead.
Oh,
You are too, I guess.
okay.
No, that's.
I'm not dead.
Figured we should
This
let
is
you know.
Belgian.
How do I?
He's not Belgian.
Yeah, Roscoe.
Roscoe?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys need to keep your timeline straight.
Oh, okay.
There's
I
a
thought.
lot.
How do I stay dead?
I don't know. Let me try this. I dropped the sword.
He's still there.
Oh shit.
I pick it up and I try to hit him with it.
He's still there. Roscoe, you hear a voice in your head that just says, "Say your farewells and receive your reward."
Goodbye, everybody.
Well, that was
Goodbye, Captain.
Bye.
Do you want to burial at sea?
Goodbye.
How do you want us to do this?
Just fucking throw it anywhere. I don't care. I'm going to wherever I'm going.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's alcohol there. And I reach into my coat and I
Your
grab
ghost coat?
a ghost coat. And I grab my ghost flask and I unscrew the ghost cap and I take a swig of ghost alcohol.
You are the best captain we've ever had.
And as he takes his swig of ghost alcohol, two ghost prostitutes appear, one on either arm.
Oh, what did they die of?
We'll find out.
And the three of them shimmer and dissipate.
Ew.
Not you. It's Captain Roscoe.
I know.
He's so happy.
Oh,
Look how
Captain,
happy he
my
was when those
Captain.
prostitutes came out. He looked almost as happy as when he pulled his ghost
I'm not
flask out of his
dying,
ghost
seems
coat
like
and
it's
drank
really
ghost
appealing.
liquor.
Don't.
That was cool.
Don't do it. Like, come on.
10 out of 10.
I just really want to go home. I'm so tired.
And as you bring it, so I would imagine you bring your forces back to the Forest of Worms,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is probably the closest safe haven.
It's a cool forest.
It's of worms.
You can see that.
Thank you.
And
It's WYRMS. So.
Oh, that.
Wiggly worms. Yeah.
Oh,
There's also a shit ton of worms. Like, no relation.
so, what have you been doing with yourself, Belginx, dare I ask?
well, I went on a spiritual journey to a mountain town, and I played music and learned from the gurus themselves.
And in 3 months.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you've been gone for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And your spiritual journey is complete.
Yep. I have reached Nirvana.
I'm sure the monks were all too ready to be like, yep,
Yep.
you've learned all
Yeah,
you
you're done.
need.
You're done. I got nothing else for
You
you.
just got your black belt nirvana.
You-
There you
They
go,
taught
there
me
it is.
some
Just
some
take it and
public domain meditation songs, such as
I almost literally asked for this.
Oh, you did ask for it. You literally did. There's no question. Hashtag public domain meditation songs. And once again, you pull out another musical instrument, and Reardon takes it out of your hand and hands it off to someone else.
It's okay.
It's like those
I have another one.
It's those scenes in movies where they have like a bunch of weapons everywhere. He just pulls out a flute. It's like, what about your boots? It's like a triangle.
So Reardon, you look over
Finger
and you
symbols.
notice that he keeps reaching into the bag of holding that Zeke gave him. Every time you take away a musical instrument, he pulls another one out of the bag of holding, and you somehow get the impression that this bag of holding is literally full of nothing but musical
Could
instruments.
there be a moment where like he reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out a sitar, and then like Kath reaches into her bag of cookies and pulls out a bag of cookies, and they're just like there's a mutual respect.
Oh,
Meanwhile-
I have a bag of holding.
Meanwhile, let's see what's going on Pirate Island.
Good God.
Because a lot of the forces of Pirate Island are here. The bigger spellcasters and such, and so. But Captain Roscoe's ship is still anchored there because he flew the airship.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And because none of you are there, no one sees the shadowy figure climb aboard Captain Roscoe's ship as the moorings are cast off.
Gonna steal the ship. Gonna steal the ship. This is my ship. Steal and song. My name is Feldon Justin Elwise Oren Razlan Namfudo of House Volkor, and I'm stealing a ship. This is my ship.
As Stumbleduck casts off his disguise
gosh.
as the tavern owner, and
He was the tavern owner?
the whole time, and armed only with several casks of ale, he storms the empty ship, casts off, and single-handedly sails out to sea.
This is my ship. Sail.
Wait a second. Just so I'm clear, he fills the ship with booze, sets sail, not with any crew,
No crew.
just solo.
Got it. Duck is dead.
You don't know that.
No crew, no food, just booze, and that's it.
This is my ship. Sail and song. Sailing a ship. My name is Feldon Justin Elwise Oren Razlan Namfudo of House Volkor, and I'm sailing a ship. This is my ship. Sailing song.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That's perfect.
Can't believe I have a daughter with you. Forgot about that, didn't you?
I'm going to sail the seas, and I'm going to go from port to port as a traveling bar.
A traveling bar.
That's a booze cruise.
And thus Stumbleduck invented the booze cruise.
Booze cruise.
Like those girls.
All
We
the
gotta
casks of
find
ale.
some liquor.
All the casks of ale have a blue handprint on them.
Blues Clues?
The brew-
It's the Blues Clues, Bruce Clues.
Booze cruise. Booze cruise.
Booze cruise. That's
Booze cruise. Booze cruise.
You know what to do.
You know what?
Sit down in
We're
your
gonna
drinking
find
chair and
cask of
drink.
ale.
We just got a drunk text. We just got a drunk
No, you have to
text.
sit down in the drinking chair and drink.
Yes.
Drink.
Because when we use our mind to lose the wine, to lose our mind, we can do anything.
You wanna booze.
You wanna?
Well, folks, we've made all 7 Blues Clues jokes. Thank you so much for tuning in.
You underestimate my ability to make more Blues Clues jokes.
Come back at intermission for 7 more Blues
I haven't even had my cup of morning Joe yet. Let's
I get a morning.
There is no Joe.
There's no Joe. That doesn't exist. That's not real. Joe's not real. What do we do? D&D?
Yes. So, meanwhile, back at camp, you guys have set up. You guys have laid out your dead and begun taking care of them as respectfully as you can. Z, you're sitting down by the fire, being helped because you can't see anything. And the other various generals are reporting into Callie, who's going off to meet with them right now.
Yes.
Which is why she can't talk because she's off meeting with generals. So
Bye, Callie.
let's cut to the realm of Ayun temporarily,
Cool.
It will be a quick meeting. That's super quick.
where Nasarag is kneeling before his new goddess.
Yep, I'm kneeling.
Kneel.
Are you old or are you young?
You look just like you did.
Are you kneeling youngly or oldly?
He's Neo now.
Middly.
So, Nasarag.
So, Ayun.
What exactly have I traded for here? Impress me.
Alright. I start juggling.
This is very important. Does not know how to juggle.
Yes, he does. We've established this before.
Performance check.
No, just juggling check.
Well, that's Garrison, but
Good job.
Nosferatu.
Oh, do I have to roll?
Juggle
for this?
backwards.
Juggle back.
Juggle and roll one of them.
Okay, but it's juggling, so I'm gonna roll 3.
No. Or you can roll 3 and take the middle one. How's that?
Okay.
That's like, and it's
Middle one is 18.
That's really good.
You
how was the middle one 18? Jesus.
You
Yeah.
actually do a decent job juggling.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this is
With
the
my
goddess
charisma,
of-
that's 19.
Yeah, unfortunately, as the goddess, she's the goddess of knowledge and not party tricks.
Oh.
She's somewhat unimpressed by it.
Why did you have to choose that god?
Well, Tabitha, the goddess of party tricks, was unavailable.
He basically picked whoever would bring you back from the dead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really on you.
Lame.
If there was a goddess of party tricks, Roscoe would have claimed her long ago.
This is fair.
You're the goddess of knowledge, right?
Yes, I am.
Well, I have first-hand knowledge of the greatest war that's been fought in recent history. I could tell you all about it.
I witnessed it.
You weren't there. You didn't get to feel it. You didn't experience the losses. You didn't get to see, like, with your own eyes, right in front of you, what was happening. You didn't have the feelings of fear or the rushes of excitement. You had none of that.
That is true.
I could tell it to you with those feelings.
I did see through your friend's eyes, but I could not feel the feelings he felt. How will you share these with me?
Oh, I didn't think this far.
That's Nasarag in a nutshell. I had this great plan, but I didn't think it all the way through.
Do you have empathy?
Well, of course I have empathy. If gods did not have empathy, we would not care about the affairs of mortals, and we would just let you do what you wanted.
So if I were to retell my story and each moment go through feeling out how I felt in those moments, you would be able to feel it yourself, wouldn't you?
I would hear it,
The same way you heard it before.
but I would not
You wouldn't feel it. We could go through some acting exercises of like how to feel things when you didn't actually experience them. No. Is there any way you could like, through your knowledge, there's gotta be a way that through touch you could feel what I felt.
I could temporarily absorb you.
Okay. Temporarily?
Temporarily, yes.
Do that.
And Nasarag's spirit is absorbed into Ayun's form.
Because every time we touch, I will absorb you. Every time you kiss me.
And while absorbed, obviously, I'm like going through my mind the entire journey and like how I felt in each moment of that journey.
And then after it seems like 18 months, but really it's only a couple minutes,
Sure.
your soul drifts back out and your spirit reforms.
Did I teach you anything?
I don't know. I must absorb what I have learned, but it was an interesting experience.
Okay.
And now, you should go off and acclimatize yourself to your new home.
So what am I going to be from now on?
You are servant of Ayun. You will exist in pursuit of knowledge and in the maintenance of my library.
We have to rescue Nels.
Okay.
You will watch over the world, and you will look for opportunities to spread wisdom and knowledge.
I think the reason I'm a better prize for you than someone who is your follower in life is that my view of knowledge and wisdom may differ from your own. Can I still continue to learn from you, but keep what I already had as my... when I'm giving out wisdom, give it from what I've learned wisdom to be?
We shall see. You can certainly try.
I feel like I've heard that so many times.
Perhaps it's an absorption of an experience of yours that I got that from. Who can say? But if you serve me well, then perhaps you will be given more latitude. But for now, go familiarize yourself with your new home. You're going to be here a long time.
Yeah. May I ask one favor?
Her eyebrow raises.
You're glad Tiamat didn't rise, correct?
Yes?
And anyone who did anything to help stop that is deserving of recognition for that, correct?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Well,
after all, there was the opportunity to allow knowledge and balance to reign in your world, and that was shut down.
that was mostly because of me.
Hey,
Shut up. This is part... Let me do this.
I'm not there.
I know.
You realize the others all know the path now. It is only a matter of time before someone finds their way in.
They were stopped once. Tiamat was stopped. You were stopped. If someone comes in, what's to stop any of the other ones from deeming that unfair and stopping at nothing to come in themselves? And then we have a war of the gods in our realm? I don't think so.
They are bound the same way I am bound. The loophole was the way through. And whoever gets there first will be able to establish themselves most strongly.
Was the loophole not destroyed?
Was it?
I don't know, I died. If there's one loophole, there might be two. There might be three. It may be beyond the god's knowledge for now, but I can guarantee you if one of you came in, that loophole would be the most sought after thing in the entire realms across the board. And I think more chaos would come from that.
Perhaps you're right. Only time will tell now.
I suppose. But back to what I was saying before. Many people gave everything they had to stopping Tiamat from coming, which you've determined is was good. So, I believe they're deserving of recognition for what they did. I believe they, just for the knowledge of the world, the knowledge of other gods, to look down and see this is what happens when we try to mess with the balance of the universe.
Huh.
I want a grand statue built of everyone who gave their lives. Obviously, I don't want myself included in this. Because that'd be very self-serving and that'd be weird. But everyone else. Roscoe Taz Cobble. There was a ton of wizards that were killed as part of this. Pirate crews. Who else? Guards of our manor. The people of Griff. The Fedor.
Belgians.
Kendrith Lamar.
So
No, I was getting to that. I was about to say Soup, who I didn't see die, but there's no way he's still alive. Because I know Soup.
God, Soup.
Classic Soup.
Classic Soup.
Campbell's classic soup.
Soup walks by, like the hallway.
Like,
He's
"Hey, guys."
what's up, man?
You're-
Follow up by you.
Soup was a follower this whole time.
Wait,
He was the mole.
Yeah. Soup was the real chosen of Ayun this whole time. No.
It was a Neville Longbottom situation.
So tell me, Nasarak,
Yes.
how do you propose I create this statue?
You're smart.
Ooh.
I think you could do it.
I cannot act on your plane. I was blocked, remember? I believe you said you had something to do with that.
Well, I can't do it either now.
Then I suppose we shall have to watch and see what they do.
You have a little more influence than I do.
So you still like kind of
You could ask someone.
I wouldn't think so.
In fact, I know you. You don't even have to ask.
Yeah.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, next time someone begs the life of their friend for their own, just have them make a statue.
I shall consider it.
How often do you think that happens?
Alright.
Probably not super often.
And now,
No one's doing it.
go settle in.
Okay.
And Nasarag drifts away to his quarters, which are lined with books.
Of which he creates
Does he have like an ethereal form?
Yeah.
All right, can we just go? All right, so he gets up to the door of his room and he reaches out his hand, doesn't quite touch the door, and goes spooky, spooky, and the door opens.
Sure.
Hey. Yeah, that's what I do. Spooky the door open.
Are we back to
You're
the material
a ghost.
Yeah, back to the material plane.
I start construction on like a statue of all the people that have died. Based
Just random, like
Really?
yeah, I don't know where the inspiration came from. I was eating pancakes with a lot of whipped cream, and just got this idea. I think we'll build it where the mountain. Actually, no, we'll build it at the impact site of where Captain Roscoe dove the two airships.
Tell anybody else you're going to do this?
Right now, I would imagine you're at camp, kind of recovering.
Oh, we're
and you
still-
are-
we're still there.
We're still there.
You're,
Yeah.
and you are being back from the dead in the way that you came back. You are pretty exhausted.
I'm rough. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I started coming up with the idea.
that's fine. That's fine.
Well, just so you know, there was if you guys searched me at all, there was a book of everyone who died on me. Not from...
Everyone who died on you?
Yeah, everyone who died on top of me.
Which you
People
think
just-
wouldn't be
We'll
along.
just say that I
You know, I
took
you
care of
have
it.
it
Yeah.
along with yeah.
Yeah.
And so as you're settling in for a long rest that night, Z, you hear a voice in the back of your mind.
God, not again.
Come on.
It's a Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Hello?
Are you satisfied with your choice?
Yes. Are you?
It is not my place to be satisfied. I made a choice, and it was clearly not the right choice.
Yeah.
I gave you autonomy. I did not take you over when I could have.
Sure.
And as such, I have paid the price. But so have you. Yesterday you could see everything. Today you see nothing.
I think I see a lot more than you give me credit for.
Perhaps. Your friend is with me now.
Oh no, he's gonna hate that.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he will learn. He still thinks of you, though.
Please be good to him. He is a good person. He's
Yeah.
probably the best of us.
He has a kind soul. He sacrificed himself for you. And because of that, I will tell you of his final wish. And she proceeds to tell you about his idea for this grand statue.
It's a stupid idea.
It is not my place to decide whether or not the statue is a good idea or a bad idea.
No,
But,
I love it.
and thus, our compact is ended. You are no longer bound to me, I am no longer bound to you. You may believe and worship as you see fit. You have been given a second chance, Z. I hope you do better with this one than your first. And then you feel the presence drift from your mind.
Are my artificer skills back?
Yes, they are. You seem to be an artificer again and not a warlock.
Oh, interesting.
And you realize that you've been fiddling. You realize you've been fiddling with your grandfather's tools the entire conversation. Oh, come on. And all of a sudden, as she drifts from your mind, you begin remembering what each of these things is for, and they come alive in your head. And before you know it, you've constructed a tiny pirate ship.
Aww.
Meantime, let us cut to Reardon and Keth sitting elsewhere at camp,
Okay.
having a first moment of absolutely no impending danger, death, or doom since they first met each other and discovered who they were.
You really want one of those Fayberry cookies, don't you?
I mean, I just think it's weird that you didn't offer it to me.
What if I gave you two? I haven't given anybody else.
I'm not gonna take a pity cookie.
No, I will give you a cookie. How about a brother cookie?
Okay.
Eat a cookie.
I believe that means everybody but Z has gotten a Fayberry cookie.
Possibly. Get two cookies. So, what's next? Because you're not dead yet, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, I think whatever put me back where I belong sort of extended my stay. Well, the thing is, because it took a lot of divine energy to put me in the robot body and keep me there. So I feel like that's why I could be taken out, and this is obviously a better fit. So.
Cool. It doesn't matter. You're here.
Yeah. No, that's.
And if somebody tries to take you away, I'm gonna go find the Raven Queen and tell her to give you back. So we're good.
I don't. This is gonna sound crazy, but I don't want to die anymore.
Yeah, that would be good.
I've been there and done that, and it's no fun. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done adventuring and all this stuff. I just wanna not die. I think.
That could hopefully be arranged.
Yeah. I mean, we could all dream, right?
Right.
But what about you? I mean,
Me?
you're not in danger anymore.
Oh gosh, I guess I'm not. Yeah, I guess I should probably spend some time with Mom, huh?
I guess.
That would be good. Hey, did you ever find out that Dad's actually... Yeah, she did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Dad's super dead. Yeah.
You were really misleading about that at first. I'm still a little upset.
Well, I mean, I could take you to where I left him, but we had a conversation before
You would take me to where you left him when he died?
Well, like to where his final resting place, I guess. If it would make you feel better.
How?
I don't know. I was just an offer.
Okay. He's not going to talk, is he?
Probably not. I mean, we already
Is
did
this the
that.
spot?
just a place. You pay respects, all that jazz. That's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's
Cool.
fine. Cool.
I'm glad we agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can spend time with my niece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This could work out.
I'm okay with not killing things for a little while. That would be good.
That's good.
I'm gonna learn to bake cookies.
There you go. That's a direction in life.
It is.
As the two of you are sitting having this conversation, you feel a breeze in the trees nearby,
Wish woo.
and Wushwu
You having a stroke?
comes and comes to rest next to you.
Wish woo.
And Keth begins talking in a language that you don't understand. It sounds just like she's
Just exhaling weird.
she's making like weird wind noises.
All right, I'm gonna go. Well, you guys are having a private conversation.
It's not. He was asking how you're doing and
That's fine.
saying
You
you look
guys.
kind of funny.
No, yeah, that's fair. My face. Actually, I'm pretty sure it looks the same. I don't know.
He hasn't
I
seen
haven't-
many else. To be
I haven't
fair.
seen
We all look funny
myself
to him.
since I came back, so I don't know
No,
if they got
it's not
everything right.
personal.
No, I appreciate
He
that.
says I look funny too.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
He likes funny things.
No, that's great. Cool. I'm happy for him.
He tells you that he heard from the Jinn that the doom that was hanging over you feels as though it is gone, and so he doesn't need to stay and protect you anymore.
I didn't even realize you were staying to protect me. I mean, you were here for the battle. That was cool, but I didn't really see you before that. So, thanks.
I will still come when you call. We are still friends, aren't we?
Well, of course.
Perhaps we will fly together again one day.
Yes, can you tell the Galabdor I said hello?
Of course.
Thank you.
And you see the wind blow through the trees again, and somehow you feel that you guys are alone again.
Oh, that was fun. I'm gonna go check on Beljanks because his brother died today. So
Can I come with you?
sure. I think he'd appreciate it.
So, Jinx, what are you doing in camp here, other than trying to avoid your former friends because they tend to see right through you?
I am sitting. Is there other like tents and?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so I'm in my own tent. There are a lot of like tapestries put up, and I'm playing my flute.
Okay.
Are you
Hello.
playing your flute?
Public domain.
I
He's
could
playing
thank you.
his
I
public
appreciate it.
domain flute.
My public flute.
Public domain flute.
All right, I get near the tent.
Do you think that you've befriended anybody from any of the various armies?
I have like 6 of them surrounded around me, and they're listening, and while I'm like guiding them through meditations. That's right.
From which armies? Because they're
Whichever ones are there.
Oh, it has to be the orc.
The orcs.
Like the hippie
Yeah,
orcs?
you guys get to his tent, and there are 4 orcs sitting in his tent with him.
Clark's so angry about his childhood. He just wants to be happy. My dad tried to eat me. Clark feels a sense of inner peace.
That's right.
Are
That's
you
right.
Clog? I am Clonk. Oh.
Let out all anger into the universe, my brethren. That's right.
Burn?
Okie dokie. This is.
You, outsider,
Hi.
trying to listen to music.
Yeah.
Are you establishing interpeace too? Are you going to interpeace?
Definitely working on it.
Clonk think this one does not have inner peace. You, why you not have inner peace?
Ah, it's okay. This is my friend.
Should we hit him with Clonk?
No.
I can hit it with Clonk.
Reardon.
What? Stop. What?
Will you have an open mind with me and let me guide you through meditation?
You should do it.
Do it, or he will hit you with Clonk.
I
am Clonk.
have an extra pillow right next to me. Come.
No,
I will hit you with Clonk or pillow.
I just came over to show you something. And
Oh,
I
okay.
take out the book.
Magic.
That's got the extra entries in it.
So you recognize your book,
Right.
Your story, the Tales of Beljinx the Bard, and it looks like he's continued it after your departure.
You finished my book?
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily like.
Orcs, get out.
That is fair. Clonk will have inner peace on own time.
Self-meditation is important.
But yeah, I feel like my writing style is a little different from yours, but I
A little
think
more factual.
I think we told a good story.
I think so too.
And that's what's important. So
You know, in the 3 months that I was gone, I had a lot of time to think.
yeah, 3 months worth of time.
It's a lot. It's exactly 3 months worth of time, and I regret a lot of things, but I don't regret running into you, Riordan.
Oh, thank you. That's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me.
I think you're great, and deep down, you're a Beljinx.
That's one of the meanest things anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah. So, hi.
Hi.
You come here often?
No!
What?
So while these two are talking, I'll say life.
Yeah, there's you guys. A portal appears in the middle of Jinx's tent.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, what is happening?
Danger. Let's go.
No. Congratulations. We heard the good news that your enemies were destroyed and everything came out all
We
right.
did a great job.
Clonk hit them.
Life. Actually, I know it's going back and doing more things, but can I say I grabbed the Warlock Talon as well?
Sure.
Okay. Like, basically, I'm going around collecting talons from dead people.
Do you have
Life,
mine?
I was wondering... Yes.
Cool.
I was wondering if you would like a fancy new thing to play with.
Oh.
Where'd Bo go this week?
Oh, well, it seems like it will do no use to me in the 2 hours that I have left. But yes, I would love to have this and be able to explore its many uses. Reardon,
I feel like it's only right that you should have it.
I must speak to you alone. I do not come here unofficially. I'm afraid I come on official business.
Okay.
Wait, you want to talk to him?
That's...
Yes, as a representative of the Raven Queen.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is my turn.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. Yeah, we'll, yeah, let's go talk.
Yeah.
No, not you.
No, so you
Life,
Yeah, let's go.
Life will pull you off into a little corner
Oh, good.
and say, "You know what I do and who I serve."
Yeah, you're the Grim Reaper, aren't you?
I'm not always grim. My job is to make sure that the things that life and death have a balance, and the person I serve does that. Helps me with that, and I serve her in kind.
I can imagine that she is not a fan of mine.
No, she is not a fan. You keep coming back
Yeah, I do that.
in different forms, and then you're back to the original form.
Yeah, no,
the
yes.
paperwork alone, Reardon.
Yeah,
as
no,
I've seen.
Look, it's not like half of it is my fault. Like the dying part is my fault.
Well, unfortunately, I was sent to claim Reardon, and his last known whereabouts were a mechanical being. And so I did as was asked.
Yep.
The mechanical being was claimed, and I feel like there's been enough death here on the battlefield today.
I happen to agree.
Enjoy your life, Reardon.
Nice.
It is a precious gift, and I think you, above all, can appreciate it.
At this point, I can't wait.
And he will walk over to Kat and won't say anything. He will just give her a big hug. And Poe will ask for a cookie.
Wait, I gave you the town. Haha, you finally got the warlock town.
And life. You also know that you and Trogdor and Garamond and Ilaria are moving on from the pocket dimension because Taich is closing up shop for a while.
We will be on this plane if you need us. We are moving away from the pocket dimension. And
Garamond is going to allow you to set up shop in Cormyr, where he is originally from.
Oh, that's cool.
if you ever have need of us or would like to visit, we would be happy to.
Well, we might set up a family reunion.
I've heard there's a baby.
What?
There's a little baby. Can I hold the baby?
Your baby.
Well, I was
You have a
making
baby.
sure because she's obviously not here. Why would I bring her to war?
Oh, that's.
Did you forget about her when she wasn't here?
No, but he said baby, and at this point she's like a toddler. So like,
It's not Bring Your Daughter to War Day? Oh no.
we need to replace the
Clonk
owner.
was confused onto the dance.
And the baby just goes goo goo gaga.
We
He's
gave
holding
him.
an axe.
We gave him little act. He killed 3 things. Small things, but he killed them.
2 of them were on our side, but we know just.
They kill as they kill.
One of them was Clonk. I used potion.
Clock's so proud.
It's a shame.
I can imagine just petting its face.
The 2 orc family, like, just getting introduced right now. Like, the last episode.
Oh, I want a spin-off now.
I want.
Orc family,
Clonk
orc
and-
family.
We'll do a Clonk one shot sometime.
Clonk and Gork one shot.
Orc family.
Yeah,
Clonk
we're
and
2
Gork.
orc dads with our daughter.
Just 2 orcs.
2.5 orcs.
2.5 orcs. Perfect.
That's the spin-off.
Yes, it is. The spin-off is
Who knew that
absolutely-
the spin-off for Chosen
Orc,
Family was
orc,
2.5
orc,
orcs?
orc.
Right, you thought it was going to be chosen babies? No, it's 2.5 orcs.
Anyway.
This will happen someday, guys.
Well,
I promise.
I have faith. Alright, so, cool. Cool.
I don't know, Paul, do you want to do a time jump? Do you
And
want-
the portal appears for life, and Garamond pokes his head through.
Garamond!
Riordan, it is good to see you.
Trogdor's here too. No, this is Beljinx. I'm a racist. Apparently.
Condor is back there.
No! All Dragonborns look the same.
They are the same color, so it's easy to get them confused. I understand, but no. Their personalities are as different as night and day.
Are they though?
Yes, Trogdor is a noble soul, and
Wait a second. I'm noble. Also, I miss you.
I miss you,
Thanks.
after a fashion.
Oh shit. Yeah.
You said I was fashion.
Yes, remember it that way. That is often the best. Life, it is time for us to go to Cormyr.
Absolutely. I will be here. If ever you need.
That would be good. I'll visit you.
Trogdor says he is going to stay with his father for a bit, but then he is going
Knew it.
but will
Go ahead,
join
yeah.
us
Yeah.
eventually.
Cool. Awesome.
Wonderful. Life waves goodbye to everyone and walks through the portal
And the portal closes
with his warlock talon.
Hat. What's it do?
all kinds of great things.
It would have been so awesome.
I will share some of that with Billy at the break,
No,
so he can
that's-
see all of the
that's
things
not
that.
Probably better he doesn't.
Yes, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
It
it.
is
Do it.
better
Do
he
it.
doesn't
Do
know,
it. Do
which
it.
is why I'm
Do it.
going to tell him. No, I won't tell him if he doesn't want to know.
Billy, you had a talent.
Oh, come on.
It's better if he doesn't, but he wants to know.
Yeah, right, of course he
talents.
All right. So after a long rest, Reardon, I believe there was something you wanted to do in the morning before we.
Assuming
Or over the next couple of days.
we're talking about the same thing.
Well, given there's only really one other thing that you told me,
No, there's two other things.
well, but like a short-term thing, no?
Oh yeah.
Would you like us to leave the room?
No, you're good. I think.
I'm dead.
So
Yeah, I
if,
know.
if you want to take over like the next couple of days to tell people what you're up to, that is certainly fine.
I'm still not sure which of the two things. There's the thing I texted you today and the thing I texted you several days ago.
Surprise me.
Whatever would fit the situation.
All right.
I was thinking the thing that you the thing that you used to search, the reason you searched Nasarag's body.
Yes. Okay. Good.
That's
I
what
was,
I was
making sure. I was making sure.
Okay.
All right. So most of the bodies were like laid to rest in a certain way. Nas, though, like we put him in a different place, and basically I go to the mountain and I find a like a headstone or something like shaped rock, like a rock that would do as a headstone, and on it I put, probably should have written something down. Nasarag Flay, the true chosen one. And then underneath is his picture of a boat, carved into stone.
He did.
I am.
True, he dead.
And there's a funeral for the dead, where various leaders say their piece.
I play the bagpipes.
Thank you.
Jinx
The public domain bagpipe.
Jinx plays
Public
the public
domain
domain bagpipes over everyone's objections. But, yeah.
So no, that's not necessary.
Could I do something?
Yeah.
We probably made a ton of money, right? Off of this battle, like just in terms of like gold and like we're probably like
Ow.
we saved the world.
Yeah.
Like, we probably have a bit of clout, right?
Probably a little bit of that.
We are war profiteers.
I want to do something.
Can we just say I paid the assassins? Because I
something-
don't want to deal with this. All right.
He did something nice for Nas. I want to do something for Roscoe, and to not that we'll have
Roscoe
trouble.
already got everything that he wanted.
I understand that, but I want to do
Those
something
prostitutes.
simultaneously for Roscoe and Nas. So Z's going to check on his bar that he and Duck bought, but then Z's going to open a bar on Pirate Island called Captain Roscoe's.
Well, it just so happens that there's a bar that seems to be looking for new management on Pirate Island.
So I'm gonna buy the bar and call it Captain Roscoe's, and I'm gonna advertise to the entire realm that at Captain Roscoe's bar, pirates drink half off. So for the first time
There's going to be pirates on
ever,
Pirate Island.
there's gonna be pirates on Pirate Island.
Yes.
So you're going to advertise the location
Such a
of
bad
the
idea.
secret,
So what you're saying
illusory, hidden
Very, very bad
You
idea.
know what?
village of
On
your
the
fiancé.
other half of the island.
Okay, so
You know how Cuba has Cuba and then Guantanamo Bay?
So there's just
Pirate Island.
So there's
so you're
there's
setting up a bar like on the shore.
on the shore,
Sure.
like a drive-through.
I'll say
This
after
is
it.
like the bar where you can pull up your boats, like down the tiki bar.
Yes.
Where you pull up your boats to the bar,
All-
like you can gas up
all
your boat.
the all the booze cruises leave from this port.
Yes.
Including a ship that was
Okay.
probably
The
reminiscent of the Defiant Whale.
That's hard to say,
It is
especially
now
when you've
called,
been drinking.
it is now called the Hell Diver.
Oh, relax.
Cool.
Tawdry's dog.
And as the various generals get up and say words, you notice that Callie doesn't really. It's not her scene. When she gets up, she kind of stands up, salutes the fallen dead, and then just unless there's something specific you wanted to do.
Kelly stands up and goes, I'm a woman of few words.
And then she sits down. Callie, how will you handle as one of the generals
say a
addressing
word?
the
Plethora. Thank you. That means a lot.
Addressing the what?
basically this is like the funeral for the dead of all of the various armies.
Oh yes, I say something very short and sweet about how they all fought honorably. I don't talk long.
No.
I sit. I'm fairly quiet because Callie's very quiet because she's
Was punched in the throat during the battle.
yeah apparently and her life is about to change pretty darn dramatically, and she's not super thrilled with that right now.
Yeah, because adventuring is over, and yeah.
So she's probably kind of keeping to herself right now.
Very introspective. And in spite of the few words, the loudest cheer comes from the Sun Elves, who seem extremely enthusiastic about their leader. And
Clonk would like to say a few words about Nosarag.
What? Gorkwood too.
Nosarag, of all the elves, was the most elfish.
Yes. That is my 2 cents.
actually, Nagrut is the one who speaks for the orcs, being their leader.
No, who are you speaking to?
No.
I am speaking to you.
He literally stands up in the middle of the crowd.
I would just
Everyone
like to
else
say
doing
these words because I feel like they need to be said. That is all. Just so you know. Good day, everybody.
Petting this baby's face.
Good war.
Anybody want baby?
Good war. You did good war. Good job with war.
Nagrut gets up. I'm trying to think. Who are your other armies?
We had the assassin pirates.
Would Amrani have come back and
No, Amrani left to go
Orc
train.
army, dinosaur army with the flying dinos, Griff's people, Amrani, the werewolf army, the Sun Elves, the Wizards of Longsaddle, Wushu, and friends.
Wishwu has left.
And really,
but-
FZ, Nas, Griff.
So the werewolves say a bit. The leader of the werewolves says a bit. The wizards say some word, or one of the wizards says some words. They're very nonsensical because those wizards are just super strange. And the sorceress queen of the Dino people, she appears. She wasn't there for the battle, but comes and commends you all on, for saving the world, and says she's grateful that her people could help. And over the next couple of days, you finish burying all the dead, cleaning up, and generally bringing closure to this war. And then the various armies begin going their separate ways. And you all head home. Do you head to the Moonwood or to the Manor, or?
Huh.
I feel like that's a conversation we should have like before we leave. Like everyone else is gone and we're pretty much the last
Yeah,
ones
you
there.
guys are just like hanging out in the forest.
I've still got some stuff at the.
So
Kind of why I'm here. Just gonna get some stuff at the manor.
the manor's not there anymore. Well,
What?
I mean
Wait.
it's gone and back now.
What?
It's like the Reardon of houses.
Look.
Oh, is my stuff okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're dead.
I have a share in this investment.
So what do we do now?
Where do we
Go from here.
Is this public domain?
Like
Where
no,
do we go?
absolutely not.
Where do we
But
go?
but like
Where do we go now?
are we done? What's?
I suppose so. I mean, I'm gonna have to relearn how to sort of live, I guess. I mean, I have some ideas. Like, it shouldn't be too hard. Like, yeah,
He's had lots of practice.
yeah. But I don't mind.
I have some ideas, but I'm dead.
Do you want to move Ara into the manor?
I don't know. I feel like. Well, the threat to the Moonwood is gone now, right?
Yeah.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, I mean, everybody else can do stuff. Maybe we could go back to, I don't know, like a place like Long Saddle, and we could kind of set up a place that we could live, and you could just have some time with Ara. But we'd be in a place where we know that she could be protected if need be. I could set up a cookie shop.
Yeah, that works. We'll take our mothers and we'll go to Longsaddle.
Can I come?
God, I hate this.
That's the sitcom, like Stina. Can I come?
Hey, who ate my cottage cheese?
As you guys are meeting and discussing things, like Callie's there. One of the Sun Elves comes up to report in and does a double take, looking at Beljinx.
Hey. What's up?
What are you doing here?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything, I swear. What?
My lady, I was traveling per orders of the council, and this buffoon
Yeah, that's him.
was trying to pass himself off as a holy man.
I am a holy man. Look at this shirt. It's got like patterns on it. And like a robe and stuff.
I was down in Timantha, setting up trade relations with the Dragonborn there, and
Oh yeah.
yes, you remember me now, do you?
Yes, I meet a lot of people.
What'd you
Who
do?
are you to decide who is a holy man and who is not?
Yeah, what she said.
Well, he tried to swindle us out of a great amount of gold.
That does not sound very holy.
Perhaps there was a lesson in that?
What?
Well,
Well, he was unsuccessful, so I believe the lesson was that he was not a holy man and that we should not trust him. But
it was sanctification, right?
As much as I hate to say it, you're right, we can't trust him, but he's with us anyway.
And he's on his way out, so. I mean, not out, but. You know.
Well, out
I
can
mean,
be
he could
arranged.
be, but
I mean,
probably not.
That's not.
Making eyes at my sister, that's not okay.
She can make her own decisions. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I apologize.
She spent her childhood in the Feywild. She's the equivalent of a child.
Never mind.
I'm not a child, okay?
What she said.
I'm an adult. How old
Yeah.
are you?
Older than you.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you are.
Yeah, I am.
How old are you?
How old are you?
No.
No.
I am older than you.
I was born first.
That may be true, but I am older than you.
It's stupid that could be that way.
I am 125 years old. I am your big sister.
I'm 150.
Okay, I'm your younger sister by 25 years.
Yeah.
Except I'm not good with time, so I can't figure that out.
and you were only born 12 years ago. But other than that,
Exactly.
Older
Say
women.
that.
Bonk is very confused.
as
Can we just keep it up?
your ladyship, I just thought you should be informed
No, 150. Did you say
that he was passing himself off.
Wait, who are you talking to?
Callie.
Oh. You thought I should be informed that he was passing himself off as something that he absolutely
Hey,
is?
Callie.
None of his people seem to think he is. He lives 2 hours outside his own village.
Hey, we can stop
and is
there.
not welcome.
Bell, when we dropped you off,
What's
when we
up?
dropped you off at the mountain,
Yeah.
did you walk towards the monastery and then immediately turn around after we had left?
I got hungry, and I knew there wasn't gonna be a dragon burger in the monastery.
You're
so
the dragon,
it's-
Bell!
Well, no, like it's like a brand. It's not like a dragon burger. It's like it's beef, but like
It's flame broiled.
it's
yeah,
flame
we've
broiled. It's
all
like
had a
dragon, like
burger.
dragon, like fire. So yeah, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, there's like a lot of cool stuff to do, and there's people here, so I stayed.
Bellajinx is always welcome with people of the Orc.
Thank you.
He is our holy man.
What? I think Keth would be good for.
Fine, you can come with us.
So there's this scene of like Keth going, "Come on, Beljinx," and she holds out her hand, and then
There's
like,
a cookie in it.
Beljinx grabs her hand with a cookie, and then the camera pulls back, and they're still holding hands, and it's their wedding, and Reardon is just like, we're all gathered at the wedding.
Her wedding dress is made out of cookies. The curtains are cookies. Every fucking thing is a cookie.
The like groomsmen are
Animated cookies.
It's
Still holding a baby. It's just
still a baby.
still a baby.
No, it's just
Head in
it's
the
another
face.
baby.
I just find
They
babies.
just find baby. They kidnap baby orcs. They
Yeah.
just, when they get too big to carry, they set them free. Get a new one.
Set them free.
Check around the nest. Hopefully fly.
I think it's perfect. I think it's the perfect ending for the two of them.
But okay, so as you
Oh
guys,
my gosh, she has a cookie shop, but it's like a little like cafe, and he plays music.
And I play, and it's like
Oh
smelly cat,
my gosh,
smelly
yes.
cat.
But it's long saddle, so all the cookies have a different magical effect on
Oh my
them.
God.
Like,
Oh, we can get him. To
One of them
cast
tastes
magic on
really
cookies.
good,
That's
magically.
His job, the cookie shop.
Why do I have to work at the cookie shop?
what's
No, you don't
It's
have to
a-
work there. You just have to cast magic.
It's an
on
oatmeal
cookies.
raisin. That's
The
your
stuff that
game.
just
Tastes
cast.
good.
That was nice. I saw that.
and so you guys, so you head to Long Saddle to try and negotiate some of this, and that is where we're going to take our break tonight. When we come back, we're going to jump a little bit into the future to take a look at what happened to these characters in the epilogue after the battle is over, the fighting is done. Kind of a where are they now? What happened to their lives, sort of thing.
Can't believe Belgium's got married to my sister. What the?
All right, so we'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
cool.
Welcome back. Before the break, we wrapped up the end of the war and its aftermath. There was one bit that I think I left out, which was Callie was being introspective about her future, and one of the last things that happened was a brief conversation between Callie and Shadre as he tried to reassure her that things did not have to change. And so we will tease a short amount of that before we jump to the future. But I understand the war is over. You have done what you set out to do, but it doesn't have to change who you are.
Okay, so my life's not going to change now that the battle is over and everything's going to change. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, of course things are going to change, but it doesn't have to change as drastically as you think it does. You are still the leader of our people. You are still the leader of our armies.
Yeah? And how much longer are you going to let me fight for, huh?
What's
going to happen when all of a sudden everybody around me figures out that I'm pregnant with twins and I've been fighting all this time, and they're going to still be totally down with me going off to fight? Because that's what I'm planning to do.
I have no intention of stopping you. Since when have Beloved, since when have I been able to let you do anything? When has me trying to stop you from doing anything worked out for me?
Not well. Never. You've tried.
It is true, but I have learned. You've noticed that, yes? Mm-hmm. And I will, not that you need me to, but I would advocate on your behalf with the others, if you needed it. But if they tried to stop you, would you respond to them any differently than you responded to me when I tried to stop you?
No, probably not.
Well, then I think we should be fine. Yes, there may be a small window in there where you are not as capable of destroying your opponents as normal, but once that window has passed...
I feel like you're underestimating the amount of change that comes with children and things, but
it is true. Okay. Well, I have never born a child. I suspect I never will bear a child. I only say suspect because I have been around the rest of you long enough to know that anything is possible.
It's not as fun as it looks.
I mean, I know that Reardon and Duck's lives didn't change a whole hell of a lot, but...
Hey.
And I will...
Give me character motivation.
I will bear as much of the burden as... I will bear as much of the responsibility as you will... as you wish. I have no desire for our lives to change any more than they have to. The children should learn what it means to be a part of this band. They should learn...
Disband? No.
What our lives are like. I do not foresee trouble stopping its seeking of us just because time has passed and your belly grows. I do not see anything different happening.
Okay.
So lead as you see fit, and I will continue to support as I can.
All right.
And
that was such a fun, every dad, new dad conversation. Listen, we're still gonna drink and party on the weekends.
It's all gonna be exactly the same. There's just gonna be somebody to party with now. See,
we're just gonna we're gonna vacation in Cabo just like we used to. We'll just bring them.
We're still gonna sleep 10 hours. The kid's gonna sleep 10 hours.
I think it's gonna change.
You can't drink right now. I can still drink right now. Nothing has changed.
She can drink. She can drink all she wants. She just can't get drunk.
Which she wasn't really doing before anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right. So now you've broken camp. You've headed to Long Saddle. You've begun rebuilding your lives in the world. And over the next couple of years...
Are we doing a time jump?
We're going to be doing a time jump, yeah.
Oh, for shit's sake. Wait, no, hold on.
Oh, no, we gotta wait for Trevor. We have to wait for Trevor to come back.
Trevor, get your sorry ass over here.
Because, Trevor, when we time jump, not only... It's much the same way as when we do teleportation circles. This is a time circle.
But the whoa is backwards.
Yeah.
Now let's walk through the portal.
Over the next couple of years, you establish various homes. Z and Rosie go back to Pirate Island. Keth and Reardon set up with their moms in Long Saddle.
And Beljinx.
And Beljinx comes along.
Your brother-in-law.
Like,
Oh.
no, not yet. Not
Oh.
yet. That has to take.
Step-brother-in-law.
That takes time. Keth's not that kind of girl.
Okay.
Good for her.
You're not gonna get married to somebody if she's just known for a couple weeks.
A couple of hours. I mean, come on.
Unless it's a cookie.
Right.
Oh, we're totally fooling around on the side. We're just not married yet.
Right.
You guys are the
There's
worst.
definitely cookies involved.
And Reardon has probably walked in at one point or another and just been completely scarred by the experience.
I called Z and I was like, I'm jealous of you.
Jesus Christ, they're covered in cookie batter.
More cookie, please.
And Keth's sensibilities come from the Feywild, and so her social mores are not the same as Reardon, so she doesn't understand what he is so upset about. She is Feywild.
Yeah, she is.
Cookie.
Good God.
She is cookie wild.
And over that time, it becomes clear to everybody that because Callie and Shadrade go back to the Moonwood, and after the success of the battle, the entire city of Solaris is disbanded as all of them move to the Moonwood, or enough of them do that Solaris is no longer a viable place on its own, and so those that were resistant have no choice but to either to move and adapt to the ways of the Sentinel or to die. And so because they can't not because you're going to kill them. No, but it's like you've basically got a whole bunch of ineffectual middle managers now trying to run a society, and they realize, yeah, we can't function on our own here, so we can either go and try and learn to fit in, or, we'll probably starve to death or something, or scatter to the four winds.
We don't know
What
how
was the
to
original name
farm.
of the city before
Lunasol.
Lunasol.
Where the moon part was actually first. And the society that is created isn't like Lunasol or Solaris, because there's no social castes, there's no standing. It's all about it's a combination of a merit-based society with a good social safety net. So everybody has their place, but it's not.
It's democratic socialism.
It's like, that's right. Lunasol is democratic socialism
My kind of place.
at its finest.
At its most recent.
At its most recent, yes.
Bernie Sanders. The whole.
That's right. When you rearrange the letters of Bernie Sanders, it spells Lunasol. Everybody knows that.
Let's make shots right way more fun.
And so there's a contingent in the Moonwood. There's a contingent in Long Saddle. There's a contingent on Pirate Island, but they come together at different places from time to time. And over the course of those 2 years, it becomes apparent that now we know why Callie wasn't drinking, as she starts to show after about a year she starts to show as being pregnant, because an elvish gestation is 2 years. Which,
normally.
Normal elvish gestation is 2
normally.
years.
Or
So-
like,
And usually
Or 24
female.
hours.
Day and a half. Yeah. Well, I was female for the last half of it.
That's fair.
Gotta give that kid an exit strategy.
Callie continues fighting things and leading battles
was literally the
up
thought
until
process.
probably the last month of her pregnancy, at which point even she has to admit that it has become
last days.
okay, fine. Last
She's still been like fighting wars, but like doesn't go on like roller coasters, you know?
roller coasters are dangerous.
You didn't see me in the lab. I was 5 days overdue going to theme parks all day, so
She was 5 days overdue, and we went and walked around Old Town and
true.
took Wild West photos.
Well, but I mean, when you get to that overdue point, you start trying to do things to make the baby come. Because I remember when Maya was a week overdue, we went swimming in a lake rode on a seesaw, and then I made Linnea mow the lawn.
Wow.
And Maya still didn't show up.
Let's move forward. Stay on target.
So I'm just saying. So I can see.
We
Callie's
did
been-
everything. I had her do dishes. I had her cook.
I had her do taxes. I had her go to work for me.
No, I didn't have her cook because.
Why I was like, let's move on, guys.
So how about this cookie situation?
Welcome to Trevor's Dead Horse Emporium.
over the course of the 2 years, the group has gotten together to fight various threats. As it seems, multiple religions are trying, as word spreads of the loophole, are trying to find ways to bring their deity through, and some of them are not interested. For example, Sloon, Solanor, Coralon, none of the elven deities want to come through. Bahamut doesn't want to come through. And so those forces are helping in keeping things quelled. What did you guys do with the skull and the gems and the talons?
Well, the talons, we still have them, and the Warlock talon is now with life. Let's see. I still have the Rogue talon. He didn't want the Bard talon back, which actually works. So I've got the Rogue and the Bard talon. I've got mine. You don't
Callie
have.
still has her.
Yeah. Kat still has the Druid one wherever she is. She's on the couch. Where is she?
There's a cat on the couch.
Where is she? Oh no, wait. I'm sorry, Quat. No, I've got yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got yours as well.
Because
So I've got like most of them now.
So, in his knowledge that something like this might happen, Nosrog actually left a note in the back of his Book of the Dead,
Which I totally read.
which Reardon read.
Totally.
Reardon read. Full circle. The campaign can end now. No. That actually laid out. Nosrog basically wrote down how he felt that the gods, certain gods, are never going to stop trying to come through, and that forces to help fight them are always going to be necessary. So he laid out plans for something he called Chosen Family International, where he would get adventurers from all around the world together. And different parts of the
Rand's
world.
reading this is like, well, this is a little idealist.
Yeah. To fight the battles that can't be fought by like your local guards or anything like.
There was an idea to
'cause
bring together
a team.
a group of heroes,
A group of heroes.
that could fight the battles that nobody else could.
Yeah. Because he realized there were so many times that the Chosen Family went to a place and it's like, oh yeah, we're just terrorized by a dragon. We're just terrorized by a lich. We're just terrorized by a ghost captain, and literally no one could do anything about it.
Yeah.
And so he was like, we should probably get people together to help stop this from happening. So Nosrag's dead now, but that's in there.
Okay.
So whatever you guys do with that is yours.
That's noted, and Reardon will take that into advisement. And as the years go on, people that he sees, because obviously we still go on adventures occasionally, and so certain people he makes a note of these would be good candidates for.
Z is Nick Fury with 2 eye patches.
Perfect.
And anytime he needs a break.
What's your orc's name?
Clonk.
Clonk and
I'm going
Gork
out recruiting.
Clonk and Gork, I've got my eye on them, but for a different reason.
are totally in on this idea, by the way.
Oh, is it? Did the screen turn off?
The screen seems to have turned on. I can't tell if it just.
Is the
lost-
computer
Still up
on?
over here.
Oh, here, yeah. I was gonna say I was checking to see if the stream was still up, but the stream is. It's just the
Could have
stream.
been bad. But yeah, that's what Reardon is doing. Also, there's the whole deal with what's his face's granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
That was the other thing I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about.
no, that's true. So
You don't want to.
no, yeah. Let's do that. We should do that.
that.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
So when you guys head back to Long
I
Saddle,
don't want to have a conversation with Hardcore.
You brought it up.
I know. I was hoping you were just like, oh yeah, that happened. Let's move on.
okay, we can do that. That's fine.
Perfect. That happened. We made peace. Bernice ended up being a pretty nice lady, and
she and Reardon got married.
woo!
Hey.
There you go. Perfect. That was easy.
You're married.
Yeah, and I've got a second kid on the way too.
Oh my god.
It's a dragon.
Oh my gosh, it's Dragonborn.
Yeah.
How are you gonna birth the baby?
Fortunately, it's not going to be me this time. Now, like, the conversation between Reardon and Bernice is much different from the one that Chadre and Callie had, because I'm like, no, I've been there. Trust me, I get it.
She's like, I'm a bit older than you. I think I can handle it. Thanks.
It's like, yeah, no, we got this. Like, this is not a...
Flash forward 9 months. I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
It's like, well, I mean...
You did this to me!
you did this to yourself. Who coerced who here? I get advantage on charisma checks against pregnant women.
Not when they're in labor.
Damn it!
As you say that, she grabs you by the throat and pulls you close. Say that again.
I have advantage on charisma checks.
Does this look like advantage to you?
You look so pretty.
Go ahead. Roll a charisma check. With advantage.
With advantage?
You're telling her she looks so pretty while she's in labor and strangling you.
No, he has
not that one.
advantage on pregnant women.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
He takes advantage of pregnant women?
Yes, he does.
When he became pregnant.
No, I don't.
30.
All right. Yes.
Or no, not 30, sorry. 24.
24.
Because it's not a saving throw. It's
No, it's not.
It might be.
because I got a plus 12 to charisma saving throws. I fail them if I choose to fail them.
She lets go of your throat.
Oh, I
And
appreciate that.
her mood swings like, oh, that's so sweet.
While she's in labor?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, when the contractions pass, you get like this brief moment of euphoria.
I mean, it is an egg, so.
Oh.
Rage through and through.
I went from contractions to baby in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
So
You are a warrior.
There you go.
4 hours. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. I thought we were talking like 4 hours of pushing, and I was like, that's terrible. That would be insane.
It's horrible. Anyway.
hey.
So, alright, so. There you
So
go.
what did you guys do with the skull?
The
The
skull.
portal stone.
Yes.
And the gems. Do you leave the gems in the stone? Do you take them out?
Well, we definitely take them out.
I would imagine in order to foster the relationships between this organization that Nos wants to build, is that we take the generals that were in that war and give each of them a gemstone in order so that the power doesn't belong to
So the Wizards of
one of
Longsaddle
us.
have a gem.
the Wizards of
The orcs
Longsaddle,
of the
the
Forest of
Orcs
the
have a
Worm.
gem, like Amrani has a gem.
The Dino people.
Yeah, her gem, she gets her back, yeah.
What if we scatter the gems throughout the world, hiding them in, let's call them dungeons.
Okay.
And to get to them, you'll have to complete several tasks to get to them. And if you assemble them,
Has Chosen Family been a prequel? What the hell is happening?
It's a prequel to the Chosen Family.
It's not a bad idea.
Everything
I know of a dungeon on Pirate Island that we can use.
it's Battlestar Galactica.
I died
Let's
in that.
send these gems back in time, and we'll hide them. Wait.
No, it's a bad idea.
But I mean, that would be Z's suggestion. I don't know if everybody would go for that.
Yeah, honestly.
And who holds on to the skull? Does that stay in the Moonwood? Or
I'll hold on to it. If Thorngol ever comes back, I'll give it to him. So I feel like at this point, if anyone's
We
earned
can
a
actually
skull,
find Thorngil. Then let's just say that Thorngil,
there you go. Yeah,
Maybe a
How's
good
the skull?
character.
if anyone has earned the skull, it's him.
it's Thorngil.
So
Yeah, he went off to a monastery and actually went to the monastery.
yeah, he actually got there.
What? Are we about to have our first fight?
As brothers.
I mean, he did.
Yeah, is this Callie or Keth?
You're right.
It started out as Callie, but it just morphed into Callie.
Okay.
So that we could have our first fight.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's okay. I yield.
Cookie?
Yeah, I like cookies.
I just throw a cookie dough at you.
And then I start to get angry, and you just start. I'm like, oh, I'm happy now.
And then things get awkward and leaves.
Yes, I
I'm like, you
I
know
leave
what
when
that
the dough is in the air.
You know what that cookie dough does to me.
I leave when the dough is in the air. I'm gone.
I could just imagine you go off together and you settle down and you build your own house, and the architect has many questions. Wait, you want a pool of just cookie dough?
Yeah.
Wait, you want the walls to be made out of cookies?
Yep.
It's like the witch's house in Hansel and Gretel.
But just cookies. Just cookies.
Gingerbread.
The cookies.
Can the faucet?
It's milk.
Like it's just milk.
What's a faucet?
It's
Yeah, indoor plumbing.
it's the toilet cookies.
Cookies.
All right. The gems are given to the leaders of the different factions. The alliance is strengthened. Reardon hangs on to the skull
Well, to give to Thorngill.
to give. Oh, so you guys find Thorngill,
Yeah, sure.
who seems in a more peaceful place, and he's taken up drinking. Strangely,
That's why it's more peaceful.
it might be.
He's been studying with hay.
Yeah.
So it's when Thorngill comes to town, he's you don't see him doing any of the elemental stuff that he used to do,
Okay.
but he does have a flask that he seems to be sipping from at all times.
Oh.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Give it up.
All right. Well,
But he seems more centered,
that's good. Good for him. I think.
and you see that
yeah.
he wears a short sword on his belt that has some draconic writing on it.
What's it say?
Don't know what that
Are you gonna
means.
make me find someone that speaks Draconic? I have a
Well,
wife.
I mean,
I have a dragon wife.
Are you gonna like try and
He found
take
the
it from him or look at it, or?
What if you just ask him with your mouth? And say, hey, what's that?
Hey,
thing
what's
on your
that?
wall?"
Is it a talon? Cool.
We could do that if you want.
He does speak Draconic, so he does know what it
Yes,
says,
he does.
And it's his.
and it is his.
And he tells you that its name is Asum Garot, which means breath stealer.
That's good. It's good. You're doing good.
I have found my peace, Virgin.
Good. Well, in that case, I'm a little worried about giving this to you. I don't wanna trouble you.
Trouble me with what?
Something from our past that I feel like you should have.
Well, what is it?
And I show him the skull.
Ah, yes, I could be caretaker of that.
Well, I
was
figure
once. It has a certain synchronicity to it.
if there's anyone that deserves to be the caretaker of it, I feel that it's you.
If you feel you trust me with it, then I gratefully accept the responsibility.
I do.
And he bows to you.
I bow back like okay.
He bows again. Because
I'm not gonna bow again.
we're not gonna have this awkward where you keep bowing.
Nope, that's a Bell or a Nos thing. That's not a real
Bum.
thing.
Bum.
Okay, so he takes it and he leaves. So let's flash forward a couple of years. There's not. I'm not going to say there's peace across the land, but relative peace, where you guys are mostly just going.
Compared to a world-ending war, it's peaceful.
Yes, there hasn't been the threat of a world-ending war. There's little flare-ups here and there.
But Chosen Family International is there.
That
now.
occasionally you get the call from one of your allies. It's something a little bit bigger than normal, and so
The CF signal.
yes, the CF signal. The original team reunites, or those of them that are
The classics.
still alive. And now, Duck, do you run this floating booze cruise as Duck, or do you have yet another alias?
I do have another alias.
So
Soup. It's soup.
along the way, you stop at this barge to have a drink while you're out on a mission. And Callie, you're able to actually get drunk this time.
Gork would also like to get drunk.
Gork,
So,
I don't
as
know
would
why we
Clonk.
bring you. Oh my gosh, where did you get that baby?
Shadre stayed home with the kids while Callie went out on the mission.
Nice.
So progressive. I love it.
We love each other very much.
And you're on this barge, and the bartender looks familiar, but you can't quite place it. It doesn't sound familiar.
How do you do? My name is Soup. What can I get you? I know a Soup. Soup was brave man and dead. Well, he was my brother.
Yes, Super Brother.
This guy sounds a little weird.
Do you have chicken sandwiches?
Soup was his nickname.
We
His real
only
name
have
was
chicken
Chunky
sandwiches.
Soup.
The original name of my booze cruise was Hello, how do you do? Come in, we have chicken sandwiches. If you like chicken sandwiches, please come in. If you don't want chicken sandwiches, well then fuck right off. That's all we got. I bought a chest the other day and it just makes chicken sandwiches. I don't even need to cook them. I open up the chest and it's just chicken sandwiches.
Wait, I
That's
didn't-
all
Alright,
good day.
What was the name of this one again?
Alright,
And
so
you now realize what all of that writing was that like looped around the ship like 3 times. You realize that was actually the name of
and
the
up top, the Defiant Whale was crossed out.
Yes.
Like poorly.
Yeah, so you can still read it.
The words the Defiant Whale are still there, just kind of painted over.
Gork trusts this man and will get 3. As does Clonk and Baby?
Question mark?
That's right, and they're still holding a baby. It's
It's a different baby.
It is a different
It
baby.
is a different baby.
I've never seen this man with the same baby twice.
Maybe over like a 3-day
Clonk and
period.
Gork run a babysitting service.
Oh.
So now this makes sense.
I got a bag of baby.
No.
I'm pretty sure
I've got a bag full of babies. I don't know.
No, please
what to do
don't.
with all the babies.
No. No. Okay.
Clonk and Gork, heroes for hire / babysitters.
Perfect.
So
Maybe we'll
let's
come
do
back big
let's
as
do a quick flash over to Pirate Island for a bit and see how Z has been getting on.
Z, I think, is doing extremely well. Jip is back and is a bit of a seeing eye mechanical
Seeing Eye
dragon.
Dragon,
When Jip needs a break, he's got a seeing eye dinosaur that sort of
an Ankylosaurus
an Ankylosaurus that kind of tools around.
that finally
How's
hatched.
Rosie?
Rosie is great. I like Z and Rosie. I think Rosie's just now, it's been like a few years, has just now forgiven him. Like he's just now not sleeping on the couch for like letting Roscoe destroy the airship. As many times as he said, like, I wasn't there, I wasn't with him.
It's really cool though.
Yeah, but you left him in charge of my ship, didn't you?
Yeah, and
What did you think was going to happen?
So, but
You idiot.
I think he becomes the equivalent of Q to their James Bond.
I was literally
gonna
say that.
Like I think anytime that they need something, they come to him, and Z's constantly coming up with bigger and better ways for them to.
And strangely, in spite of the fact that Rosie has him sleeping on the couch for years because of this, because it was such a badass thing to do, Seamus now absolutely adores him.
Oh yeah, Seamus and I go off on missions together to find
That's right.
for the Queen.
Yep.
And Z actually found out that Seamus is actually serving a queen. Like it
Like,
wasn't
it's real.
bullshit.
It's for
Like,
real.
It's for real.
He's not
like,
insane.
he's like it's a fairy queen. It's like
Like Titus Andronic just serving the queen.
Yeah.
Serving the queen.
No.
No, it's he's serving one of the Fey queens, like the court. He just happened to be like one of the sort of the knights of her, and
It's very unusual for a gnome to be a knight of the Fae, but somehow Seamus pulled it off, and so which is why he gets these weird cryptic messages and is running off to places all of the time. And Z is the only one that is in on that secret. Everybody else is still convinced Seamus is nuts.
Yeah, but I think he's very happy on Pirate Island and seeing all of you and what?
It's seeing all of you.
No,
Here's touching all of you
Because
There
he
is-
is belching some sweet music.
There is a wonderful statue.
Oh fuck! Is there a cat dying?
like a monument to all of you that has been, and to all the people that were lost. And there are these moments where the sun rises sort of above it, and you see sort of the main heroes that lost their lives. But Z takes you all out there on one of the times that you get together, to weddings and babies being born and stuff like that. And he takes you guys out there and says that he's been tinkering with something. And he takes you all to the back of the statue. And there's like a little spot, and he puts his hand on the statue, and the statue sort of unfurls a little bit. And there's this whole sort of like secret compartment in the back. And it's a little animatronic of the ship crashing into the ground and exploding. And Z points out off to the side of this little picture of Nos just like with whipped cream just coming out of his mouth. And the scene repeats over and over again. And I think everybody that night drinks and swap stories while Roscoe and Nos sort of go on in the background.
And as you all look at Z's creation, you notice that at the heart of it, powering it, is his grandfather's puzzle box. Finally open fully and revealing that it was a holographic generator and crystal power supply. And that this is what Z has decided to do with it.
Yeah.
Now that he has unlocked his grandfather's final creation.
That this will outlive all of us. Like this will be the testament that no matter if you're a gnome or a surly elf or a bard dragonborn or a guy that likes to draw boats, that anybody can be a chosen one.
Nos, let's cut to the realm of Ioun now.
Yep. So this has been years.
This has been a few years, yes. All of the chosen family now have their assorted children.
Mm-hmm.
Callie and Chandra have the twins. Reardon has Ara, and have you named Dragon Baby yet?
No.
How about Bell?
Arazara.
Belly. Oh.
Arazara, okay.
It's not Belgians.
Nope, it's our dad's name.
Ara and Arizado.
Oh shit.
Risotto?
Adrin.
Adrin?
Yeah.
my two sons, Robert and Roberto.
Alright.
I didn't think about it, okay? Chill out.
So this has been a few years. I imagine Nosarag has just kind of been doing what his responsibilities are, learning what he can, and he gets knowledge to what everyone's doing. And does he get to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he does. He is faithful in the execution of his duties, and so Ioun allows him periodically to peer in on his friends and see what's going on.
And he's just so happy to see the statue of everyone who helped out as part of this. He feels great that it's a symbol of all the hope it will bring people, that it can be a warning sign to evil forces. If you ever try to do this again, this is what you're up against. He's very happy to see the progression of Chosen Family International. So his two things, the two things that he wanted to do in it, after the war, are happening, and because of him, even though he's not there to see it firsthand, the fact that it's happening, he couldn't be happier. He can be here for as long as it's going to be forever, but he's kind of fine with how things are going.
Can I help with this?
Yeah.
Z is at home tinkering. I want to say this is probably about a year ago, and Z is tinkering, and all of a sudden he drops the glass that he's holding, and he runs over and he grabs a random book off the wall,
and he draws a picture of a boat on the cover of the book because it hits Z that Ayun is the goddess of knowledge and of the written word, and that there's a good chance that whatever that library is, that this book is going to end up in there. So maybe he can write a letter to Nos, and not only that, but give the book to everybody, and this would be a way for them to communicate with them. And he doesn't know if it works, but if he draws the book as close as he can, there's a good chance this book may end up in the library.
Yeah, it's one of those, you don't know if it's like, you just speak to him for advice, or like, hey, so this is going on.
Yeah, but we all
I'm
pass
struggling,
the
yeah.
book, but the book becomes this thing of like, anytime we all get together, we pass the book. Like we
Yeah, you
pass
guys are
the
all
ship.
passing the book around.
We pass the ship
Sisterhood
book
of the
to
Traveling Book.
the Sisterhood of the Traveling Book, but like we hope that somewhere in Ayun's realm, like it's late at night, like he reaches under the bed and he pulls out the book because Ayun, doesn't know he has it, like, and it's just us talking to him about our lives, like.
And although he can't write in the book, and Ayun knows he has it, but
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, but since he's a faithful servant, it's a thing she allows him, and so you get these little snippets of their lives as they're writing letters to you. And although you can't write back to them, and although you can't communicate to them, over the few years, you start to develop a role for yourself, start to develop a place for yourself, and are able to influence a follower here or there,
Okay.
and occasionally nudge a person into their path.
Well, I'm sorry. There's something like conversation I want to have with Ayun.
Sure.
So this is all happening, and he approaches Ayun, one day or whatever, with all this, and he says, Ayun, I'm happier here than I ever thought I could be. But there's still one thing that's missing. Ayun, what happens to the rest of them when they die?
They go to their eternal rewards.
Their own.
Yes, they will go to their own.
That's scary.
But will we get to see each other?
I do not think so, no. That is not how this works.
Can we make it how this works? I'm not asking for them to come here or for me to go somewhere else. Can we create a meeting space?
You want me to create an interdimensional space where 7 spirits can meet.
No. I want us to create an international space where more than 7 spirits can meet. I want a space where the chosen family can meet. The chosen family is more than 7 spirits. It's more than 10 spirits. At this point, it's a lot of spirits.
So many spirits.
I want a place where members who dedicate their lives to this cause can get together and share stories, or meet those who came before them, meet those who came after them. So that way, as time goes on, the chosen family will just grow stronger as a family. The family that they chose. Otherwise, I'll never get to meet the rest of my family.
That was the choice that you made.
I know, but we could.
Nosarag, what good is a sacrifice that has no loss to it? If you gave up something to save your friend, but now wish to take it all back, what have you lost?
But why do I have to lose? Why do any of us have to lose? You have the power. You could choose to just do this for me. Because you can. Because it would be nice. Because you know what, not just for me, but for everyone, what they're doing. You know, that it's...
Nosarag, I understand your pain.
I don't even have to go. If it's sacrifice that's there, make a space for everyone else. I don't have to be there.
Do you think that you are the first soul to have lost something in the untold eons that the world has been in existence?
No. But I'm asking. Has anyone else asked?
Many ask for things. If I granted the boon of everyone of a noble heart that asked for a boon, there would be no struggle, there would be no strife, there would be no striving, no need to better oneself.
Well, we're already dead. What more do we have? The purpose of life is to discover that struggle, to feel that, to live that, to learn from it. And then once that part of us is over, we've already learned that. So we can appreciate everything else so much more. The loss that I felt is if you granted this, I would appreciate it more knowing the losses and sacrifice and feeling that struggle that I felt. I don't think that by granting what people want after they're gone is taking away from their knowledge. I think it's helping it. It helps with it improves their gratefulness. And I think there's knowledge in that. It's something I'll never know if you don't let this happen. And I think that's preventing knowledge from expanding.
I will consider your words, but do not overstep yourself, Nazarak. You are still young in the ways of this plane. You have much to learn.
You told me you wanted me here because you wanted to learn something too. This is what I offer. And I go back to my room.
Okay.
I love that even in the afterlife, the chosen family is kicking up shit. Like, we're kicking up shit in the afterlife.
It's like, yeah, but let me do what I want to do.
Yeah, but I know you're a god. I know everyone asks for stuff, but I want it.
Leave it to Garrison to walk up to Ayun and be like, oh, come on.
Look at his face. But like, you can though.
Yeah, you can.
You have the ability.
But does she? Does she have the ability to create a space where spirits from all deities can go? Or does she need to talk to other people to do that?
Probably other people.
Nosrag has some, like, you know, like he's in good with a couple of them, so
I see.
He can help the
Let's
conversation.
make a deal.
While we wait for Callie / Keth to come back, let's check in on Reardon's home life.
I'm good. Things are good. How old are the kids now?
Ara is what, 3?
Oh wow, time moves real slow.
Well, I mean, it's been 3 years.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's been about 3 years, and she was like a few months old.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know how far ahead we had skipped.
We can skip further if you like.
No, I'm fine. Everything is fine. Living in Long Saddle, trying to not see anything that'll scar me for life. Particularly there.
And although Reardon's a sorcerer, he's started hanging with the Wizards of Long Saddle.
Yeah.
At their guild house, and is learning how to be cryptic and annoying.
I found my calling.
Well, learning how to be cryptic.
Oh.
He's got a natural proficiency.
There you go. And
Guys, I'm so cryptic that
ooh. And things
should've
things
extended it
proceed,
there.
and we jump ahead a few more years. The group continues to gather, continues to build memories and bonds, and this particular gathering takes place in the Moonwood, and you're all sitting around a campfire in the Moonwood, and Beljinx is there, and he's playing some music, and all of the children are there. And Callie and Chadre are there with the twins.
Does the campfire look familiar to me?
The campfire looks familiar to you, and Reardon, you're standing outside the clearing looking in as everyone is sitting around, and this looks very much like the campfire from your vision when you made the ultimate sacrifice and thought you were never going to see it again. And now you realize that you were seeing this moment, that you were really actually there, and that you did get to live to see your daughter and your son grow up, and you realize that Dragonborn that was there that you
that I didn't
that you didn't recognize, that you thought was probably like Jinx's kid, it turns out it's your kid. And you go,
Or your
no, it's actually
it's
his
my
kid.
kid.
It's his, and you go and you walk in and you sit down, and you embraced in the music. And
I'm not singing it again.
No, but you are actually singing it there with with them. And Jinx is playing, and you're actually singing. You guys.
Oh yeah, you missed that.
You guys are together, and off on the far side of the campfire, there's a shimmering.
Yeah, I look where Nosrag was.
And you see kind of the equivalent of a Return of the Jedi Jedi apparition as Nosrag appears by the campfire.
Hayden Christensen?
No, it's
Garrison.
It's actually Garrison.
We're actually going to re-release this episode in a couple of years, and then it will be Hayden Christensen.
When we remaster it and we redo the effects. Then we're going to put Hayden Christensen in because he is such a good actor.
So good.
And so you're all sitting around the campfire as Nosrag goes, and he just kind of got his arms folded and he's smiling. All of a sudden, Callie, you feel your moonstone necklace. It's glowing. You feel it warm against your chest.
Looking for dragons.
You look up and you see a dragon circling.
Oh shit!
And it comes lower and lower. At first you think it must be on Ronnie, but then as it gets lower, you realize it's smaller.
It's Chris! It's Chris!
It's still big because it's a dragon, and it circles and it perches on a tree on the edge of the clearing, and the branches kind of sag a bit under his weight. The dragon in one of its claws is holding a rock.
Attaboy, Griff.
And the dragon drops the rock on the ground. He says, "Greetings, friends. It has been a while since I have seen you last.
Yeah.
I have never been far, though I have always been distant. The time for questions is done. You do not need a rock for knowledge or wisdom. What you have built can never be broken. No matter how many liches or tyrants or petty egomaniacs who think they have a claim to this world step forward. What you have built on the backs of Solanor, Saloon, Bahamut, Ayun, Mask, all the gods and goddesses will endure. I realize I was not as wise as I thought I was. There is wisdom in simplicity, but Amrani has taught me much. The one thing she could never teach me, I already knew, and that was the value of your love and friendship. I will never be far away from you, but I bring you this last gift. And he flies down on the ground, and he lays a green egg on the ground in front of you all.
Like he lays the egg or he puts it down?
Hang on 1 second.
Because I think
No, he lays it on the ground.
I think he's a male.
He was carried. Oh, and you're one to toss?
I understand that. It's a Griff comes forward and lays an egg. I had to ask.
No, I said he lays it on the ground in front of you.
No, you said he lays an
He
egg.
lays it on the ground in front of you. He lays the egg.
No, I said he lays it on the ground and he places
It's
it.
a green egg.
It is a green egg.
In hand.
Dibs.
Well, you don't see it.
You don't see it.
Ah!
Oh,
Dibs.
what did he call dibs on?
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
I am still learning my place in this world. Keep learning yours. I will forever to you be Griff the Wise, as you will forever be Boom and Smash. And I never really gave you a good nickname, but I'm thinking Mr. Shouty.
How did it take us how many episodes to come up with Mr. Shouty?
Yeah, that's
So much wasted time.
that's about
So
right.
many wasted sessions before hitting Mr. Shouty.
That sounds about right, actually.
I love you all, and I miss you all. I hope that you are as happy with your ending as I am with mine. And he looks each of you in the eye, and he leaps off the branch and takes to the sky. And you hear him singing as he flies away. It's a sad song, but a satisfied one. And as his silhouette crosses the moon, which is full,
Very cinematic.
because the moon, after all, is one of the things that started this whole. His song fades into the distance. And that is where we're going to end this campaign. I'm going to throw it to Billy for a minute because I need a moment here. This has been 18 months, a little emotional.
Yeah.
Billy, why don't you tell us what's coming up while I just kind of pull myself together?
As the camera pulls back and we see the moon sort of overhead, that same moon is there, and the camera flies northward, further and further and further past, over seas and mountains and forests, until we zoom in on what looks to be a small gnome running through the forest frantically. He stops at a certain spot and an arrow hits a tree right next to him. And he catches his breath just for a little bit, clutches the whatever's in his hand close to his chest, and keeps running. And you hear voices coming in from behind him. He's over there! He's making a run for it. And as he runs past, you see two men that look to be sitting on a rock. And one of them is sketching in a notebook, and the other one is looking at the exact spot as the gnome runs right past. And one of the men who's drawing turns to the other and says, "Do you think he's going to make it?" And the other one goes, "There's not a chance in hell." And that causes the man that's sketching to laugh uproariously. And as the gnome runs faster and faster and faster, he finally stumbles upon what looks to be a village, and he looks up to a large sign on what looks to be an inn in front of him, and another arrow bolt slams into the wood right next to him. He doesn't think, he doesn't move, he stumbles into the inn and looks about him as several denizens in the bar, who are all sitting at various tables of different sizes and makes. One of them grabs a sword that's next to him, the other one kind of bows his head curiously. There's another one with arcane magic sort of drifting off in his hand. As the gnome sort of stumbles into the inn, an arrow pierces him, and he falls and hits the ground, and a nondescript pocket watch twirls out of his hand.
and hits the ground. And the heroes in the tavern all stop, look at each other. And somewhere, a distance away, the man sketching stops and looks up. And the man next to him stops what he's doing and looks up. And they turn and look at each other. So who do you think's going to win this time? Well, if I'm betting money on it, I'd say I've got a decent shot. And one of the heroes in the tavern reaches up, grabs the pocket watch, and we pull back as the sign for the plastered dragon swings forward and back, as the incoming orc garrison starts walking towards the tavern.
No, Orc Garrison.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Gork?
Gork, yes.
Gork is here.
And that is a sneak peek for the first 2 episodes of what I hope to be a string of one-shots traveling the realms, traveling genres, traveling time periods, and different storytellers. Because here at the Plaster Dragon, when one story ends, another begins. And we can't thank you enough for being here through it all, through this campaign, through the countless campaigns, through Wicked, through Dread, through Web, through all of them. We are storytellers at our core and at our heart. And it doesn't matter when one story ends, we're still going to be telling stories. And we hope that you'll be here with us as we do. Because the next story is a doozy.
And stay tuned in 2 weeks to see the beginnings of that story. I know a few people around this table will be playing in that story. I don't know who all of the players are yet, but I know that we're going to see Callie Dragon with a new character, we're going to see Reardon with a new character, and we're going to see this guy actually go to the other side of the table and play for a change. So,
Yeah, he actually is in the same room with us.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not a camera trick.
it's not a camera trick. I'm actually physically here.
Yeah, he's right there.
Wait, Brian's been here this whole time?
Wait. Where's Brian?
I'm behind a screen.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
Wait,
behind a screen.
what the? Wait a second. Wait,
Hold on!
I'm so confused.
Tim, are you here too?
Wait, we're all in the same room. I was confused. I thought you were on the one room and we were in the other room.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh my god, Tim, I haven't seen you in so
Oh
long.
my gosh, it's good to see you. All right,
So,
let me go
ladies
back
and
to my
gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for the journey that was Chosen Family. We hope that you are as satisfied with the ending as I know we are. As Billy said, storytelling is the whole reason why we're here. To see more of that, tune in tomorrow night for something wicked, where we're going to go find out about a MacGuffin. I mean, an amulet. Where that they will be looking for one of the amulets of the elemental planes. And then Friday for a little bit of Web of Lies, and then we wrap around to Saturday for our newest DM ever, I guess would be the way to say it, because it's not you, it's not me, it's not Callie, and it's not Maya. You DM'd a number of fiascos. You qualify as a DM. Yeah. Hey, for some of the wrangling you had to do on those fiascos, you definitely qualify.
Say bye, Mr. Shotty.
So from the Plastered Dragon, Boom, Smash, and Mr. Shouty. And what was it? Glorg and Splort?
Clonk.
Clonk and Clonk.
The official names, even though we said it differently 20 times, it's Gork and Clonk.
And what's the current baby's name?
It doesn't.
Sink.
He's not going to be around long enough for it to matter.
Thank you all for tuning in. It has been a pleasure. We will see you all again real soon. Have a good night.
One
and
shot
better
coming
tomorrow.
soon.